this back four. It's obviously been the way to break down Barcelona. There's so much conversation about the high line. They're going to live and die with it. And every time Hansi Flick is asked about it, it's about the pressure in front of the ball.
And when they recover the ball in forward positions as well. But now have to get numbers behind it as Ruggeri strides forward here with Lookman. The January window signing from Atalanta. Plays with his former teammate Ruggeri on this left side. Here is the Atletico left back lifting a cross in easily away there from Garcia. Dani Olmo heading to safety. Now Atletico taking their turn to attack and have the ball. Would have entered the game with one game plan, but might that have been altered by Lamine Yamal opening the scoring?
You know, from an Atleti's standpoint, to that point you just made, I don't know that you can change much, right? You give up a goal so quickly in the match, and all of a sudden, you've really not gotten into what you want to try and do. But of course, it changes the scoreline, right? It changes the mental part of the game. Of course, what does that do for Langley, who's, you know, clearly he's got experience, and all of a sudden you're thinking about hasn't played in Champions League for a while. You just got to give up a bad goal. They seem to have settled in now.
Lumne. That was the pass he was trying to play earlier to Musa, just didn't connect with it correctly. That one is well overhit from the Argentine in goal. Another former Atalanta player.
It's a few here, right? Yeah. Garcia, yeah. I'm sorry, Musa, Ruggeri, and Lookman. It's nice to see Ademola Lookman, right, get an opportunity. It seemed like he was in falling jail for a while in Atalanta, and we just didn't see the beauty of his game after watching that man 2 seasons ago at Atalanta, helping them win a European trophy. Felt like the footballing world was stripped a little bit of the beauty of his game.
Prolonged transfer saga turned into a year and a half at a place they didn't really want to be. Here's Koundé. Olmo. Yamal, who has the goal. Stepping up on the big occasion. Well found there, Pedri. He slid that ball towards Ferran Torres, but it didn't quite come off. They can go from deliberate possession to incisive very quickly, this Barcelona side.
Boy, centrally, it's going to be hard to squeeze passes in, and from a defensive standpoint, here's Norman making the play here, but it's a 5-4-1 defensively, and sometimes now 6 across the back. And the spaces in between defenders, Chris, is really, really tight. Gavi.
Barcelona in this Champions League have yet to keep a clean sheet in a single game, even going back to the league phase. For Atleti, they've been very good scoring in their building. Put up 5 in the last round against Tottenham, put up 4 in the knockout round against Club Brugge in this building. At this point, these sides know each other so well, playing for a 6th time this season. Alvarez slow to react to the challenge from behind there from Pedri. Now striding forward is Cancelo. Olmo. Lamine Yamal lifting back towards Olmo. A lot of contact in that area, but nothing there. The judgment of the referee.
There's Koke there just stepping in the line of Dani Olmo.
Llorente, and it deflecting on its way through. And a couple of players down. Pedri and Gavi were both slow to get up there. Pedri would be a concern. He came off at halftime of the first leg, but then when he played 90 minutes at the weekend, which was a bit of a surprise. Quite a few players seeing a lot of minutes that you might not have expected. Pedri, an essential part of that midfield, but staying healthy has been key for him. Olmo. back to Ferran. Trying to 1-2 there, but not a lot of space in the center of the park for Barcelona.
Chris, I was about to say the same thing. You look front to back here, right? There's about 15 yards as they start to get into that final third of the field, and space gets really tight.
Are you surprised we didn't see Marcus Rashford in the 11?
I was, because I thought in that first, there's two ways of thinking. I thought in leg one he had so many opportunities. Then you look at it and say, well, he missed 3 or 4 opportunities. So is he sharp? But he was really dangerous.
Here's Cancelo looking to threaten from that same wing.
Hey, look how tight Atleti is right now. Only Ruggieri separated from the pack to deal with Yamal here.
His first touch lets him down.
Again, we go back to leg one. A little bit surprised Atleti was pressing high up the field in that first half. Of course, the red card changed everything in the second half. I'm getting, I don't know about you, but sort of old school vibes from Cholo Simeone and his side and how they've gone about their business for so many years.
Well, he has come out and said that the group of players that he has now does lend itself more to attacking football and being better with the ball, but he says if you're better with the ball, then you might be worse without it. He wants to get back to some of that identity. They are not your grandfathers, Atletico, just in terms of the way that they used to bunker in and defend and make games ugly. They have a lot of creative and influential players in wide areas, but for a night like tonight...
Yeah, and there's been a conversation about the money that's been spent, and should Cholo Simeone and this side be in a better position year in, year out? It's been 2 years now that they've gone touchy play there from Musso. You know, about that money, and should they be always at the top of I mean, they've just been fighting with two giants in that league forever.
They have spent a lot of money to find themselves well off the pace in Spain. Lifted towards Lookman, who controls well in the penalty area. Ahead of Koundé. Crossing it, Griezmann trying to sneak it in at the near post. He appeals that it deflected on its way out. But the referee for the moment is giving go kick.
Yeah, Lookman for me is the key today. We talked right at the beginning. He's got a lot of space. A couple of passes haven't connected to him. When they do, and he goes 1v1 here, this is his specialty, and I think Griezmann probably got it right, and the referee certainly got it wrong here. Clement Turpin a little bit behind the play there, but this is clearly a corner kick that is called the wrong way.
Without doubt, went off Gerard Martin on its way out. Torres with the challenge in from Lenormand. It will be a free kick. One of many players, Lenormand, who could potentially miss the semi-final first leg with a yellow card tonight. 4 in the starting 11 for Atleti and 4 in the starting 11 for Barcelona. Would miss out if they pick up one more yellow. There's that challenge in. Fermin Lopez charging in towards that box. Challenge well won there from Molina. Nothing in it from a referee's standpoint. Atleti already has experience this season, having picked up a first leg win and needing to hang on to a lead in the Copa del Rey. They won here by 4-0. Barcelona did win the second leg 3-0, but Atleti going through and actually played that Copa del Rey final on Saturday against Real Sociedad. It's very much been a season of the cups for Simeone. Another bad giveaway. Yamal first time. Could easily have been a giveaway that led to another clear goal-scoring chance. Olmo in toward Torres, who turns. Ferran Torres! Barcelona back level! And Tiburon finishing the chance! And from 2 goals down, Barcelona on terms in this quarterfinal.
Well, Chris, it wasn't on the first phase of play after the turnover, but immediately Barcelona gets forward again, and Ferran Torres has fed a good ball through and was really patient on the finish. This is after the turnover. Dani Olmo, you can see Ferran Torres. What a great first touch. Play a little bit slow, gets an arm out, just basically stops there and doesn't cover that back post, gives Musso everything to do here. And Ferran Torres buries this one nicely to the far post. job once again turning the ball over by Atleti. A great job by Barcelona for making them pay and getting themselves right back in this tie. Here's another one.
Another giveaway from Longley. Off goes Yamal early into the ball. Denied there by Musso. And that was onside. What a chance for Fermin Lopez on the back post. Yamal with an exquisite pass towards him. He's bleeding, by the way. And the medical treatment will be waived on. Oh, man.
Wow.
A grisly image there for Fermin Lopez, who was caught seemingly there by Musso. We'll have to see the nature of the contact. Here's that pass.
What an absolute worldie of a ball, and what a worldie of a save here by Juan Musso. And of course, nothing in it for Musso here. It's just a player following through, and oof, a gruesome image.
And you can see that Barcelona technical area is ready to celebrate, but yeah, it's Lopez who gets the header, but then as he's falling to the ground, goes face into stud of Juan Musso. As you said, there's nothing in it from a foul standpoint, but definitely a difficult image to see, and one that the medical team will have to take care of here. Very nearly, Barcelona scoring 3 goals in the first 25 minutes of the game.
Well, if you go back to leg one, right, they had opportunities early in that one. It was about counter-attacking, and here's the ball played in. Watch the one lay here. He gets his hand up, and then all of a sudden doesn't continue his run at Ferran Torres to make it easy on him to finish at that back post. But again, this comes off that turnover you talked about once again. It didn't happen in the first ball, and Yamal didn't complete the pass. Goes right back to Barcelona, and and then the next pass is in. Sends Ferran Torres in.
Se la llevó el tiburón. What a finish from Ferran, who actually ended his goal-scoring drought at the weekend. It had been since early January since he had scored a goal, but he notched a double against Espanyol. Failed to score in 14 games. 2 in 4 days is not bad.
You can see Juan Musso there just sort of motioning that his leg was up in the air, and I think we nailed it right there. There's no intent in here at all. It's a goalkeeper just making himself big. It's a forward running in, and after the header and a great save, just 2 guys colliding, and there was no secondary motion for me from Musso with his foot. And here's the goal once again. What a ball split in between defenders. I'm just shocked here. Lake seems to give up on this play. Kind of checks up.
That's a narrow angle he's shooting from as well, from that second touch.
And I think if you continue to go towards him, how you want to help the goalkeeper out is by trying to cut that back post off a little bit, right? You continue to pressure from the right side. And in the end, you might still get the same result, but maybe the attacking player feels a little bit pressure, doesn't feel as calm to make that play.
Sevens, thanks for the emojis.
Lengthy amounts of treatment, as you would expect. We didn't really see
Barcelona 2. Barcelona 2, Atletico 0. So far 2-2 on aggregates.
Bit of blood dripping off the faces. Lamine Yamal waits patiently for the subsequent corner. Here, a look at the potential for offside. There's a ton in it. Only just that right boot of Clement Longley keeping him up.
It's a game of margins, right? If you're Barcelona and Hansi Flick, you couldn't have asked for anything more to start this match. Looks like Fermin is okay. He'll get cleaned up. Probably have to change the jersey.
Yamal delivers the next corner. It's flicked on towards that near post. It wasn't a bad idea there.
It's a tricky one here for Musso.
And it was Gavi who got to it. Yamal running back. He does at the very least get the touch, so Lookman couldn't receive.
This is Musso here. Can't fall asleep when it
2-1,
comes up for
2-1,
Griezmann.
2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1.
People are alert to it at the near
Lokoman.
post.
Atletico 1, Barcelona 2.
Koke. Nodded away from Kunde.
I think it's clear getting Lookman the ball whenever they can and getting him isolated, and maybe even over the top. They haven't used Giuliano Simeone much on that right-hand side. They've used him more to cut inside.
Fairly incredible. This tie is 2-2, and neither team has scored at home. Barcelona taking the beating of that early red card. Llorente's in behind. He didn't go early. Does eventually find Lookman! Let's hit right back on top. A clinical counterattack. Simeone breached home, but Ademola Lookman has been the star signing of the January window and has scored a massive goal in this Champions League.
Well, we keep talking about Lookman and getting behind this back.
2-1, 2-1, 2-1. Atletico 1, Barcelona 2. 3-2 on aggregates.
Behind here, but how about the one-touch pass into Llorente? He gets in behind here. All Lookman has to do is stay behind the line. He's clearly onside. And how about the weight of the pass from Marcus Llorente? And an easy finish in the end for Ademola Lookman. Exactly what the doctor ordered here for Atletico Madrid. As they now go ahead 3-2. And that's the picture, I'm sure, that Cholo Simeone drew up on how you're going to beat Barcelona. We've seen it time and time again. Cholo Simeone, oddly the calmest man in this stadium that went delirious. He's trying, but I don't know how calm it's going to be. Nothing about the meetings between these two have been calm this year. Barcelona, who could easily have gone up 3-2, now find themselves behind 3-2. That save from Musso looms large. Yamal trying to shift back the other way, goes with it, eventually lifted away from Ruggeri. Comes for Cancelo. Fermin. Getting another cross in, deflects on its way through, come kindly for Juan Musso. This one is near being done. Lenormand and Molina giving away possession here to Pedri. Just about helps it on to keep it in play. Good to see Fermin Lopez back on the pitch and looking fine after that contact he took from Juan Musso. Kunde. Back to Joan Garcia. Hasn't had much to do, but unable to keep that Lookman chance out. Martin escaping the pressure and needed to in the area the pit he was in. Cancelo going early towards Fermin. Lopez. Sliding intervention there from Lenormand, who goes to ground. And the referee is going to give a free kick to Atletico. Llorente puts in a great cross for the assist. His first assist of the Champions League. Atleti end is jumping. Garcia just giving it right back to Gerard Martin. Has transformed into a central defender for Hansi Flick. Started in last season's semi-final. For left back, there's been a lot of moving of positions, trying to find the answers. Once again, it is Barcelona failing to keep a clean sheet in the Champions League. They've failed to do it all season. Olmo. Fermin Lopez going early towards Cancelo. He needs an option, cross whipped him, and that's catching practice there for Musso. He does indeed handle well. Nobody in the box there for Barcelona, as Cancelo had a pretty good look. He had to pull that back to the top of the box. That's where his runners were.
midfield shifts back with how Kubarsi is suspended. Came through at La Masia, went to Manchester City, returned 5 years ago. Here's Gavi. And Pedri. Yamal turning inside of Ruggeri. Getting beyond Alvarez, but not fouled in the judgment of the referee. Had the option to pass, but kept going. And Griezmann does well to find the option with Lenormand. Griezmann, lovely pass. All the space in the wide areas for Atletico. Ruggeri. Griezmann coming back deep to facilitate, and once again switches the point of the attack. Spectacular stuff for the man destined for Orlando City in the summer. Shifted back towards Griezmann. Challenges flying everywhere. Alvarez wants it back. It comes from Molina. And Simeone in behind, but well overhit. Simeone disappointed.
Yeah, expected a little better out of himself, I'm sure. Good run played in, but this entire play starts with Griezmann dropping into the midfield, having 2 times where he's able to control the ball, not give it away to the pressure of Barcelona. Turn, look up. In one instance, change of play.
Barcelona just trying to have these periods of possession. Yamal combining there with Olmo. Again, inviting those challenges. He's lost the ball on quite a few occasions. Koke. Gavi though with a sharp challenge. Puts it forward from Musso. And Garcia trying to keep the pressure on by nodding back in at pace. Lenormand handling the trouble. Good challenging from Olmo. Barcelona getting 2 goals from Yamal and from Ferran Torres. The response coming from Ademola Lookman. Atleti will be through to the semi-final as it stands to face the winner of Arsenal and Sporting Club de Portugal. Pedri trying to get it out wide, feeling he was fouled, but on we go. And numbers forward in the attack here for Atletico. Griezmann into the stride of Ademola Lookman. Back to Antoine Griezmann, whose effort is blocked there by Garcia. And now Yamal will look to break and gets running beyond Ruggeri. Thought about that early outside of the boot ball again. We saw it against Atleti in the La Liga match. Instead, he'll slow it down.
Yeah, good recognition to hold it up. He's been a little bit frustrated last 2 or 3 dribbles where he's lost possession. Thought he got fouled on one of them.
Cancelo. Fermin. Dani Olmo. Fermin Lopez. Barcelona going through the gears. Have to find goal and finding themselves behind in the tie. Fermin Lopez whipping in at pace. Thumped away from Longley. Koundé stepping. All clean as it's lashed clear there from Koke. Atleti once again sinking into a deeper shape. Cancelo. Pedri. Well spotted run, but needs a response in the middle. Deflecting out for a throw into Barcelona. Look on their way to winning the league once again. But the Champions League was even the competition that Hansi Flick singled out as the one that they want to win. They've giving themselves a job to do throughout this quarter-final. Back heel there from Olmo, giving away possession, but Garcia read it well. Olmo went for it, so did Lenormand, who pokes away for a throw.
Yeah, nothing's coming easy in this middle third of the field. Every challenge from both sides here. Here's your center back getting the midfield, stretching himself. Game has slowed down just a hair here.
Fermin Lopez. Controlling well. Shifted in towards Olmo, who dances beyond and goes down. Llorente with a challenge, and the referee says no. He was well placed as well.
Yeah, the referee was in a good position, no doubt about it. Another turnover, but Llorente cleans it up. No doubt they'll have a look at this one. I don't know if there was much contact, but it was Llorente from behind.
Yamal coming back to receive, and turning again, Torres, who forces another save for Juan Musso. He's been brilliant in those one-on-one situations. And the referee and the assistant will stop play here.
2 minutes to go.
Ferran Torres turned around. He actually got tugged from behind.
So here would be the incident there with Torres.
Not much in there.
Going to ground the whole way.
Yeah, not much from that one. We'll take a look at the first one.
Jerome Brissard is our VAR. Here is that challenge.
It's tough to say from there. Attack from behind, but not enough for me in a game with a magnitude like this. Tackles that are flying around this game. Barcelona has had a few chances here the last couple minutes.
Juan Musso has been very good in those one-on-one situations. Fermin Lopez playing here with Pedri. And Koundé.
Lenglet.
Trying to play it in behind. A kind bounce towards him in the end off Gavi as Yamal tries to get that low cross in. It was dangerous. No one there to respond though for Barcelona. And just about dealt with there. Llorente. Garcia won the header. Lookman has it stuck in his feet and has given it away.
2 minutes to go. 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1.
On the midfield there, I don't think Dani Olmo, who has the opportunity. Here's the little push on the back, and it goes over a little bit too easy for me. Didn't even look like he was making a wind-up to take a shot on that one, just trying to draw the foul.
Agreed. Longley hitting that long ball. Simeone's bump into the ball. Cancelo is a foul. Here's the Atleti response in the game.
And what a ball by Llorente. A fairly easy finish for a player with the quality of Lookman.
Yamal, lovely back here on the path of Koundé. Gavi controlling from Olmo. And Torres. Nice movement from side to side, but need to find the incision now. A lot of Atleti numbers parked in the boxes. Cancelo's effort comes to nothing. Nice touch there from Cancelo. Forces the corner. What has been a breathless first half at the Metropolitano. Atleti hanging on to the advantage and the aggregate tie. There's that big bandage on the face of Fermin Lopez, who took one in the face of Juan Musso. Lifted towards the post and well overhit. And will come out for a goal kick.
Yeah, overcooked that one. No runners at the back post. In this game, clearly cleaner with the ball in the back, right? The opportunities that they've given Barcelona off the press, maybe can you skip a line? You've had some success with Lookman down the left-hand side, as we see here from the goal. Can you continue to go in that mode? Not take the risk maybe in the middle of the field when the pressure does come. Open it up a little bit. Outside of that, Atleti has been outstanding in this match. Just a little bit sloppy at times with the ball through build-up.
Would imagine we'll have a decent helping of first half stoppage time, and there it is, minimum 4 minutes to come. Here's Martin. Getting it back again from Gavi, now Pedri. Fermin Lopez making a run in behind and can't get to it, but couldn't really shape to put a cross in. There wasn't anything really there. There's appeals for a corner.
He's thinking there was a deflection here. They all are right now.
I think Fermin Lopez let it go because he took a deflection.
He stopped, right? Because it looked like he had gotten a beat on it. Yeah, there is a deflection there. So corner missed on both ends.
Yes.
By the referee. So we're even.
Llorente. Atletico, who have vacillated between going forward and attacking and sitting in and defending, have tried to negotiate the scoreline as much as they can. So there's a nice combination play down the left. Koundé's challenge goes out for a throw. And Alvarez hooking the ball towards that right. Molina, nice combination play. Llorente into the challenge of Gavi, who went strongly in to get it back, but Pedri is lost out. Simeone and Griezmann helping it on. Comes for Lookman. Adamola Lookman looking for that bottom right corner, but it deflects. Simeone, though, challenging and too aggressively so. Cancelo let it bounce. It was dangerous. Barcelona trying to play aggressively and quickly. Yamal. And he goes. Olmo. Olmo just had it left behind him. In goes Fermin as well. And now Griezmann. The switches have been a key part of how Atleti have built.
Yeah, it's predominantly down the left-hand side, right? They're looking for Jerry's, who's had opportunities to get forward, as well as Lookman.
Fermin Lopez playing now with Olmo. Koundé for company, makes a sharp run. Koundé shooting towards goal, and Musso did well to handle.
It's been 2 or 3 times now. Players have gotten to the end line and no Barcelona runners in the box. Everything is pulled back, right? Maybe a little bit more patience before that played through, and then some commitment in the box.
Is that where you missed Lewandowski?
That's probably where he ends up, right?
Hansi Flick going for Ferran Torres to lead the line. He does have a goal, but it's not quite the same box presence.
Spinning, wow, what a ball.
Yamal in towards Ferran Torres, who couldn't control, was a bit behind him. Does well to get it back, and it's going to be a free kick in a dangerous shooting position now for Barcelona, right on the stroke of halftime.
Well, Ferran Torres had one opportunity to turn, doesn't cleanly turn, and then wins the ball back and draws the foul here. Llorente is a little bit anxious. Yeah, there you see, easy one for Clement Turpin, the French referee, to make this call. Good opportunity late. Barcelona to have a look at goal. Looks like Musso wants 5 in the wall.
Who wants it for Barcelona? Looks like it'll be Torres. among those standing around this set piece to try and bring Barcelona level. Needing to win by 2 goals to force extra time. Koke laying down behind the wall.
Oh, first half.
In a very good shooting position.
So far, Atletico Madrid 1, Barcelona 2. Aggregate 3-2 in favor of Atletico Madrid. So let's wait and see how second half will go. But Barcelona is looking dangerous. But I think Atletico Madrid, they were lucky to have just recovered 1 goal. Because it would have been bad for them to to be 2-0 before halftime. So I think now they are somehow okay. So let's see how second half will go. Will Barcelona go through? Me as a person, I never wanted Barcelona to go through. I wanted Atletico to go through such that it versus Arsenal. That is my prayer. So let's wait and see. Let me see Liverpool. What is happening with Liverpool? Okay, let's first look at some of the stats. Goals 1 Atletico 2 Barcelona. Possession, Atletico had only Liverpool, PSG still 0-0. Yes, 0-0. PSG 0, Liverpool 0. Aggregate still 2-0. Then possession 35.3%. Barcelona had possessed 64. That is serious. That is serious. That is serious. Let's see. I think you can see. Hey. 35.3%, 64.7. Shots 6 Atletico and only 7 Barcelona. Shots on target 6 Barcelona, only 1 Atletico Madrid. Corners 3 Barcelona and only 1 Atletico Madrid. So I think you can see the stats. Barcelona is serious. It is attacking. Those 3 kids in the midfield, Olmo, Pedri, Gavi, plus Yamal, Tamjerere.